Hi, vintage bakers! Today I'm in the kitchen making strawberry and chocolate sugar cookies. These strawberry and chocolate sugar cookies are the perfect blend of rich chocolate and sweet fruity flavor. With the perfect tender sugar cookie texture and vibrant colors, these heart-themed cookies deliver the best of both worlds in every bite. Is there a better pairing than strawberries and chocolate? These classic sugar cookies are just as fun to eat as they are to make. And definitely get the kids involved with this one to make cookie dough puzzles with their favorite mini cookie cutters. So let's get into the kitchen. This is how I make strawberry and chocolate sandwich cookies. For these cookies, I'm going to make a strawberry and a chocolate cookie dough. For the strawberry cookie dough, in a bowl of a stand mixer with the paddle attachment or in a large bowl with beaters, cream a half a cup of softened butter until light and creamy. Then I'm going to beat in 1 cup of sugar and cream this together with the butter until it's very light and fluffy. Now to add that strawberry flavor and to give my cookies an extra tender texture, I'm going to beat in a 1/4 cup of strawberry jam or jelly. Add in 1 egg and stir in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. If you want an extra vibrant cookie, add in a few drops of red food coloring. Make sure to scrape down the bottom and sides of the bowl a few times as you go so everything gets mixed in evenly. Now that my wet ingredients are mixed, I'm going to add in the dry ingredients. Sprinkle in 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of salt. Mix this into the batter, and then finally I'm going to add in 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Mix this until the dough just comes together. The less you need to handle the dough, the more tender the cookies will be. To make this soft dough easy to roll out, I'm going to wrap it in plastic wrap and chill it in the fridge for 1 hour. And while we're waiting, I'm going to get on with my chocolate cookie dough. Again, in a large bowl, I'm going to beat 1 cup of softened butter. Cream this together with 1 cup of sugar until very light and fluffy. I'm going to mix in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and then beat in 2 eggs one at a time and mix well after each addition. I just like to break my eggs into a separate bowl first, just in case anything's wrong with an egg or in case I drop a shell inside, it's easier to fish it out. Make sure to scrape down the bottom and sides of the bowl a few times as you go. This will ensure that everything is getting mixed in evenly. All of my wet ingredients are mixed in, and I'm going to move on to the dry ingredients. Add in 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 3/4 of a cup of cocoa. I'm going to mix this in until incorporated into the batter, and then I'm going to add in 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. Mix this on low until the dough just comes together. This is a pretty dry and stiff dough, so you can roll it out right away. But if needed, you can wrap it in plastic wrap and store it in the fridge for 1 hour or overnight. Now that my strawberry and chocolate is ready to go, I'm going to roll each out onto a lightly floured counter. Make sure to move and flip the dough around as you go to make sure nothing is going to stick to the counter or the rolling pin. Add a light dusting of flour as needed, if you notice any of the dough is starting to stick. Once all of the dough is rolled out into a few thin sheets, we get to break out the cookie cutters. The smaller the cookie cutters, the better for this dough, as you'll have a better chance of seeing all of the design. You can cut as many or as few as you like for your own unique dough pattern. And the kids love getting involved with this part, making their own little dough puzzles. Once you have all of the little dough pieces cut out and then filled with the opposite color of dough, give it a quick roll with the rolling pin to glue the two doughs together. Then, with larger cookie cutters, cut out the cookies just as you would with a regular dough. I'm going to place my cookies onto lined baking sheets and then they're ready to go into my preheated 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius oven and bake for 10 to 12 minutes, depending on the size of your cookies. Allow the cookies to set for about 5 minutes on the baking sheet and then you can remove them to a wire rack to cool completely. These cookies are absolutely perfect just as they are. No need for any further decoration since the cookie itself is already decorated with the two-tone cookie dough. However, these sugar cookies are perfect for decorating with royal icing, dipping or drizzling with chocolate, or if you're like me, turn them into delicious sandwich cookies. I'm using strawberry buttercream to sandwich my cookies, which you can find the recipe for along with everything else in the description box below. To make this bright and fruity strawberry icing, I'm going to first make a simple buttercream. In the bowl of a stand mixer or in a large bowl with beaters, beat 1 cup of soft butter until light and creamy. Then on low speed, beat in 6 cups of powdered sugar. Continue to beat in a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Increase the speed once the ingredients are incorporated and beat until smooth. To add in my strawberry flavor, I'm going to cut 4 to 6 strawberries and mash them until smooth. You should be left with about a 1/4 cup of puree. Beat this strawberry puree into the buttercream until well incorporated and very light and creamy. This will take a few minutes. Make sure to stop and scrape down the bottom and sides a few times to make sure everything is getting mixed in evenly. This should thin down the buttercream to a lovely spreadable consistency. And the fruity cream is ready to spread or pipe onto the cookies. This bright and fruity icing turns these delicious cookies into an extra special treat. The perfect cookie version of strawberries and chocolate to share with the ones you love. These are a fun little cookie for anyone with a sweet tooth. Delicate buttery cookies filled with a creamy, luscious strawberry filling. For the perfect balance of tender cookies and melt in your mouth sweetness. Enjoy! If you're a fan of deliciously simple vintage recipes and old-fashioned skills, then you'll want to check out this next video. Thanks for stopping by.